All right, everybody, the lights are on and the show has begun. All right. We're ready to go. We got some stuff to talk about tonight, which is going to be kind of fun. So from the title, we'll get into that. I thought that was kind of creative. Also, got a big ask and question of all of you out there and want to get your feedback. Just see what you say. Right now, though, I am smoking on some. Let's turn the jar. Some Orlick Golden Slice. Stuff is good. Stuff's good. I love it. So good. I haven't smoked it in a while, and so I'm like, wow, what's wrong with me? Why haven't I been burning this? Where did this go? And I'm so glad I am. Todd, good to see you. Flypiper85, good to see you. Patrick, good to see you. Anybody else that's lurking out there, good to see you. Much appreciated. Thanks for coming and hanging out. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's week going? Tomorrow is Friday. I think I got a text from, who was it? The D-Man. What did he say? This is where you get the updates, too, for the Friday Night Live show. And he's definitely going to be late. Well, he might not be late, but he might not be on time. Which it is what it is. He might not be on time. But he does have the D20 ready to go, so that should be all good. Whoa. Okay, so I can hear myself. Wonderful.
This is Patrick.
Oh, Patrick.
This is Patrick.
Patrick talking smack.
I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd.
Todd not smoking crack. Todd talking smack. Sorry, Todd. My bad. Whoops. My bad. So yeah, we've got some cool things going on. So, but before we get into that, let's take a quick gander. Let's check out the Briar Report and the Briar Magazine real quick. Just want to check out, see what's going on. Make sure you're over there liking the Briar Report and everything. Is that really a thing? I don't know if I can click on that. I don't know. Really? Okay. So this is an update as of yesterday on August 19th. Okay, you can read it too. On August 19th, FDA, Center for Tobacco, updated the term grandfathered tobacco product to pre-existing tobacco product on an all-center system as described as the pre-market tobacco application and substance equivalence. Final rules published in 2021. Wow. So additionally, the term grandfathered, when used to describe someone or something exempt from a new law or regulation, has its roots in 19th century racist voting laws. Therefore, the terminology has been updated in accordance. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's kind of fascinating that they even went to the lengths to even pay attention to that. That's a little odd. Is that odd? I mean, that's not. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, far be it from me, but like, was that an issue? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that was an issue or not. That's a fascinating turn of events. Not what I was expecting. I mean, just not what I was expecting. Drew Estate announces soft. Okay, so cool stuff there. Scandinavian Tobacco Group's reports say that handmade cigars sales are gonna decline in 2022. More communities giving flavor to. Yeah, we've seen that. Interesting. Interesting. Let's check out the Briar Report magazine. Oh yeah, so it's come in, has it? Let's check out the blog. The Blob. I got it. The Blob. I got it. The Blob. All right, I got it. All right, jolly old St. Nick is back. Squadron leader, you might be wondering why I like jolly old St. Nicholas so much. It's because it's so mellow. Christmas cheer for McClellan used to be my favorite, but my tastes have mellowed way out. Jolly old St. Nick fits the bill perfectly and is the perfect way to end the year. I can't wait. It also explains why I like Squadron leader so much. I like it more now than I did before. Is there something about... Is there something about jolly old St. Nick that I don't know about? Let's see what this is made. Cornell and Deal Jolly Old St. Nicholas, 2-ounce pipe tobacco, a largest of St. Nick's personal smoking mixture. Cornell and Deal's Jolly Old St. Nicholas combines the finest Golden Virginias and Metal Black Cavendish and a whisper of genuine St. James Perique for complex tobacco flavor, enhanced by notes of orange, liqueur, and hints of ginger, alluding to an early legend
Good evening, fellow pipe smokers.
of Kris Kringle secretly gifting gold to a needful family.
Piping.
What is ginger? I guess the orange liqueur? I guess, is that it? Hey there, Matthew. I guess the orange liqueur? I don't know. That seems interesting. I haven't. I've never had it. They sure have jolly and cartoonished the jolly old St. Nicholas tobacco. I mean, are they going to get away with that? Wasn't the camel on like Camel cigarettes? Didn't that go away because it was a bit cartoonish? Can somebody check me on that? Can somebody fact check me on that? Can somebody fact check me? I don't know. I would agree with that, Matthew. I'm also drinking some coffee in my mug. And it's good. Did that even read right? I'm curious. Could y'all read that? Or is that backwards? Is that backwards? Nope, it's not backwards. Okay, y'all could read it. I don't know. Christmas in August. I mean, they have Christmas in July. Man, this Orlick Golden Slice, dude is creepy. I wonder if I got that 10. Do I have that 10 somewhere? No, that's not it. Yeah, I keep my 10s. I sure do keep my 10s. All right, I don't have them, but isn't that one creepy looking dude? Tell me that's not one creepy looking dude. It's a creepy looking dude. I know it's like old world and all, but creepy. Good notes. Yeah, I mean, like some kind of judge from somewhere. Hey, there's stuff in Puff. So yeah, okay. I feel like there should be a douse of like a lot of Kia in this blend. It's Christmas time. How do you not have a lot of Kia in the blend? Chestnuts roasting over an open fire. I mean, how do you not have some a lot of Kia in the blend? I think that's almost a must. You need to have a lot of Kia in a Christmas blend. That boggles the mind. But fascinating. Okay. Well, why is he like Squadrillionaire? You hear experienced pipe smokers, which I don't really consider myself, say if you don't like something, just give it time. And since tastes change, a blend you might not like that much will turn out to be in your rotation years from now. You never know. I found that to be so true. The Spurgeon Piper is about 15 years behind me on my pipe smoking journey, much more age-wise. His tastes are moving away from the mellow blends and going for full-bodied tobaccos. Just what I did 15 years ago. Now I'm going the other way. Give me a 10 of Orlick Golden Slice. Boom! Over a pirate cake any day of the week. Maybe a couple days a month. I'd go for the heavier blend, but that's just me. So there's a review. Yada yada. Pipe Nook's gonna do a sale. Yada yada yada. Okie dokie. Alright. I put that stuff on everything. I get you, Mr. WR. I get you. Nothing else on that. Let's check out 10 bids. All right, so here's what we got newest on there. Let's see what's ending soon. Anthology Penzance at $107 with 16 hours to go. Get your 10 bids in. This obviously has 0 bids. No surprise there. 0 bids. No surprise there. These will end like they started, I would bet. These are actually not terrible prices, but I imagine they're going to go up. Dorchester's hot. Man. Dorchester's getting pricey. Balkan Sobrani is still one of those really good sleeper 10s. I'm definitely a fan. McClellan Mixture number 14. I don't think I know anything about that. That sounds like a good blend. I don't know. I've never tried that, but I mean I could probably get into that. Not selling at $5.95. There's that Christmas cheer. Man, those have some age on them. And also not selling. I don't see a lot of bids in all of these. I don't see a lot of bids. Margate, yeah. There's a Dorchester. Oh, I'm not seeing a ton of bids though. Good evening, Smoking Kentucky Piper. Devil's Holiday. That's fascinating. I mean, this used to have like 5 pages, and now it's up to 13. Which the good thing is that the more blends get on there, the more competition there should be, driving prices down. But some of them are going to go for what they're going to go. We all know that. Ooh. The original. The original Sobrani Flake. 1988. And I can see why that's going for $350. I mean, 1988? Okay. I mean, that's you're not going to get that again. Across the pond, I still want to get me a 10 of that, or a couple 10s of that. Turkish Woods. Look, I feel like a bunch of people went to the pipe show, and now they're listing their stuff that they got from the pipe show on here. Do you think we're going to see a decrease in the amount of tobacco that shows up at pipe shows and more on tin bids? What do you think, chat? I mean, that's what I think. I mean, yeah, Patrick, you agree? Smokers Haven exotic mixture showing up. Smart. Way to show that it's still sealed, at least the one that you're selling. Gray Havens. I'm drinking me a little bit of coffee. A little coffee. Matthew thinks we still have a while on that. I mean, it's picking up for sure. But like I said, the more that the influx comes here versus 4 noggins and some of the others, the more likely you are to see a decrease in the prices on the site. So now is probably not the time to buy it, unless it's just one of those that hits you that you just can't pass up. Because that's another thing too. Some of the best stuff also shows up in the very beginning. But seeing way more McClellans. That old dark plug, that was a cool one. Woo! See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Look at that bag of Penzance, $5.90 right there. Wow. That's nuts. That is nuts. I can't believe that. I think that's pretty amazing. By the way, again, I'm coming up here in a minute. I got a big ask of you guys to get your opinion on something. So we're gonna we're going to look into a few things. What are y'all smoking and drinking tonight, huh? What y'all got? What you got cooking? If I'd pay attention to my tamping, I wouldn't have to relight this sucker. But it's good. Oh, so that's a great question. So what got exposed? Personal wants to know what got exposed on Joe Rogan. And I find it fascinating. Smoking some speakeasy and drinking a craft ale. There you go, sir. I like that. All right, so what occurred on Joe Rogan? Well, Mark Zuckerberg was on Joe Rogan, and they were talking a lot about kind of the censorship. I'm sure you've seen a lot of the censorship a lot of the censorship stuff. Sorry about that. I know that was really, really corny. A lot of censorship rules coming out here for censored. That's kind of how Twitter does it right there, and Facebook and YouTube. All of them like that. And so must have been talking about Fluvid. And they, you know how all of it's come out, they're going to do the censorship. So I'm like, okay, so if something comes up, are they going to be able to say anything? So what? Yeah, Andrew Tate got banned. That's pretty big censorship, whether you like him or hate him. Patrick's got some Amphora Original in a Roma Lucite 673, drinking some hibiscus tea. I like hibiscus. His hibiscus. I like some hibiscus tea. So let's check out. Let's just see what they were doing.
When they're a big news item that's controversial. Like there was a lot of attention on Twitter during the election because of the Hunter Biden laptop story.
Mm-hmm.
The New York
we had that
Post.
too.
Yeah, so you guys censored that as well?
So we took a different path than Twitter.
We took a slightly different path, and here's where the crux of it's about to come in. And I don't know if he wasn't aware of what he was saying here in a second, but just listen.
Basically, the background here is the FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, like you should be on high alert. We thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So just be vigilant. So our protocol is different from Twitter.
Okay, so let's go back again, just so you can hear that one more time.
Yeah, so you guys censored that as well?
So we took a different path than
the
Twitter.
Hunter Biden laptop.
I mean, basically, the background here is the FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, like you should be on high alert. We thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election.
Okay.
We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So
Okay.
just be vigilant.
So, in the 2020 election, you're saying that the FBI came to you and said, hey, be vigilant? Why is the FBI coming to Facebook to be vigilant about the upcoming 2020 election? I thought this was a private entity that... Now, I mean, if you want to talk about breaking, like a crime, okay, I get it. FBI, crime, good. Stop bad guys, good. But we know that there's plenty of countries probably influencing somewhere. But we also know that not much really happened. I mean, so what in the world is the FBI telling Mark Zuckerberg's team to be vigilant. How would they know if it was a Russian dump? How would they know? Does the Russian dump smell funny? Is there something unique about it? How would Facebook know? Well, the only way they would know is if somebody told them what was Russian misinformation, which we saw according to the whole thing. I mean, we saw, what was it, the New York Post or Times or whatever that got like that got blocked on Twitter and everything. Like, how in the world does Facebook know? And I think that's kind of the crux of the problem, isn't it? Like, is there, Facebook is not supposed to be the arbiter of securing elections, right? Like, that's the FBI's job and all the other government bureaucrat official people are supposed to do, right? Right? Am I wrong here? Am I wrong? Like, just tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This is what it is. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Y'all tell me. I don't know. I think it's a little sketch. I think it's a little sketch that the FBI is going to, and personal, I don't know why it didn't show your message, but manipulating the people, censoring certain political agendas. Zuck just wants the money. He's a demon. I wonder if it wasn't letting me. I wonder if it was asking me to approve. It didn't ask me to approve or anything. No, it didn't ask me anything. So I find that really funny that they're like, okay. And again, I'm a simple person. 2 + 2 = 4. No problem. They want to censor? Fine. Private company. But does the FBI go to AT&T and say what phone calls they can allow? Do you, like, if somebody's doing something illegal, does that phone line just cut off? I mean, does the FBI go to the power company and say, hey, we think there might be spies over here. I need you to cut the power to this area, this city? I don't know. But I'm not sure Zuckerberg meant to really say that. I don't know why he would say that. Because the whole point is that the belief is that they're separate, and you just flat out told us you're not separate, and that I think that causes problems. I think that's a funky weird line that they're walking there. That's a really narrow. Again, what does a Russian dump smell like? I know it's childish, but I love it. I guess so. Getting ahead of whistleblowers. I mean, at what point do we start thinking that at what point does the disinformation become? At what point does the censoring of disinformation become the signal of accurate information? Does that make sense? Did that compute at all? I mean, like, am I crazy? Like, what? With all the claims of disinformation that eventually becomes accurate information. What is there a parallel here? Is there a parallel there? I mean, I just, I don't know. So I mean, be wary, stay vigilant. I also have a big ask from everybody. So I'd like to get your opinions on, for instance, tomorrow night, what we're going to plan for tomorrow night. And I want to know, here's what I want to know. Was switching to a YouTube live channel, was that confusing? Was that a pain in the butt? If so, and I'd like to take a vote. I'm gonna do a poll. We're gonna do a poll. More so for me, yeah, I know. I'm just curious. So the question I have is, should the Let Her Rip Friday show go back to the Over a Pipe channel and stay there? And I do like just these kind of lives and whatever from the Let Her Rip Friday show things. Everything's housed over here for the Let Her Rip Friday show, and all the other lives are housed here. And I do the regular shows that I'm doing over here. And should we keep the Over a Pipe, the Let Her Rip Friday show on regular Over a Pipe? I've been getting some back and forths with this, and so I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm curious what everybody thinks. So Matthew, like, should we keep the Let Her Rip Friday show here on the Over a Pipe live channel, or for all those new subscribers and all those original subscribers and everybody that remembers the show being on there? I think we've lost a lot of people just because I moved the channels. Should we do the Let Her Rip Friday show on the regular Over a Pipe channel? For the people here, is it going to make a difference? And you can just comment in that in the chat if you think it'll make a difference. I imagine if you're here for this, you're probably here for the Let Her Rip Friday show too, and you probably don't care where it's at. So you think keep it on the live channel? Because again, I don't want to confuse people. But we've lost a quite a few regulars to the show because of that transition. Doesn't make a difference. Stuff and Puff. And so I'm just trying to work it in my head for all those that didn't make the move over, because I don't know why they didn't. But I'm just curious. I don't know why some people didn't transition over. And I'm considering, like, I'm thinking I want to see, I might probably do this Fridays, tomorrow. I might try it on the regular Over Pipe channel. If we get significantly more people tomorrow, then we might keep the Let Her Rip Friday show there. Well, I mean, that's what I did, Matthew. But I mean, it's like, I feel like I got to post a video every Friday just to say, hey, come over here. And again, the Let Her Rip Friday show would be housed over here on the live channel. I don't know. I'm back and forth on the thing. Like, I like this being just for this channel, just being for lives where we just talk about whatever, we hang out, we do whatever. It's casual, we're just doing our thing. So I mean, and again, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if it's, maybe people got disinterested. But I am curious. I kind of want to do a social experiment to see how many people show up if we put it back on the old channel. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll be honest, one of the reasons I gave him enough notice. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Patrick. I mean, that was kind of the whole point. Like, I did a significant amount of lead up to this as well for them. Daniel, yeah, you could be right there. That's for sure. Good to see you. I think more than half. Yeah, we've had more than half have dropped. And so it's kind of like, ugh. It's like, you know, I don't want to do back and forth. If I were to do it tomorrow, maybe. But if I were to do it tomorrow and we had double the amount of people, then that would lead me to believe that, you know, more people are going to show if I do that. Patrick, immediate retraction. I mean, I could do a few more here and then see where it goes. I mean, I could absolutely do that, see where it goes. You know, because for me, I know people don't like change. I know they don't. I know. I don't like it either. I can't stand it. Can't stand you. But, you know, I mean, I think too, like, I don't think there should be an issue with the Overpipe Live channel because, of course, you know, that's what Nashville Mafia did. They created the Nashville Mafia channel for the lives. And I think that's fine. Really, the whole reason I divided this up was, well, there's two reasons. One was I just felt like Over a Pipe channel was it was too congested. So I took the bird off and I moved the bird off. And then I took the lives off and moved the lives off. Now, we haven't had any Esoterica drops in a while, and they were one of the reasons why I wanted to transition the lives from that channel to here, because, you know, if they weren't interested in the lives, I didn't want them to see something and be like, oh, God, here we go. Guy can't shut his mouth. He's got to talk all the time.
Good, great, grand, wonderful.
Yeah, Smoke. I mean, I'm considering it. So I had that. I didn't want to congest all for the drops that I would do. We haven't had any drops in a while. I don't know if we're going to get any more drops. So I don't know. That might be a moot point now. The other was, again, how congested the channel was getting. And I just tried to streamline the channel so people would have an easier time looking at the content. A few more weeks. All right. I see that, Patrick. Maybe wait till people get back into school. But I like this channel here. I like being able to just come out and hang out with you guys, you know, during the week. You know, I know there's other lives out there. And that's the other thing too. Like, Phil Rivera has went live several times. And it's like, well, I didn't see you go live. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know why you didn't see me. Because, you know, and I think it's just because, again, like, not everybody got everything over here. And so I just want to make sure everybody's, you know, accommodated and gets to see it. And they're not sitting there wondering, like, where the hell did the show go? What do y'all think about the Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday lives? I mean, are y'all enjoying it? You know, again, I know I ask a bunch for you guys to, you know, share and things like that. And I appreciate it because you guys are kind of the core. You know, like the show doesn't quite get out very much unless you guys are kind of sharing it some. And for me, it's, you know, I appreciate it when you guys do, even if it's just like a link to your own like Instagram or something like that, you know, having fun, hanging out with, you know, Martin from Over a Pipe Live or something like that. Like even little things like that go a long ways, and it's appreciated. And I have a blast with it. You know, being able to hang out. I just, for me, I have to have something to talk about. Otherwise, you would just be sitting here watching me smoke a pipe. So So I do a little bit of research of something that interests me during the day, and I'm like, that's what I'll talk about. And that's kind of the thing too, is like, I'm just, oh yeah, no, you're good, Stuff and Puff. I get you. That's the other thing too. I go on like 9:30, it depends on the boy. Like sometimes I got to put him to bed or something like that. And then, all bets are off. But for me, I don't know what I'm doing with this quite yet. This was more or less just jumping on here and having a chat with everybody and seeing and just, kind of checking the pulse, see what everybody thinks. If everybody likes a regular live from somebody. And to me, that's something that I'm still kind of fleshing out, really. The no's won, but nay. I should have put nay. I should have made it like a republic, like a democratic republic. Should have had nays. The yays and nays. The nays get it. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm curious of what do you like? What do you enjoy listening to or watching when you're, watching lives? Because again, the formats that I do are more entertainment based on Friday. This is just more me Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Rick Scott is missing $125 million? What? Hold on. Patrick, are you messing with me? Wait a minute. I have not heard anything about this. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, and again, whatever topics you want to talk about, I will talk about anything that doesn't get me fired. All right. All right. So is this what you're talking about? Chris Fried both relying on faith, stamina, and money as Democrat gubernatorial primary nears. Their clash of styles set stage for an uphill battle against. Is this it? I saw something for 125 million in this article. All right, so if the incumbent is scared, it doesn't show. As of the last campaign finance report on August 5th, the Friends of Ron DeSantis political committee had accumulated 178 million in cash, accounting for 53 million. That can't be it. Is that it? No. Tobacco reviews, yeah. Everybody I know. I see a lot of people that do tobacco reviews. No, so not Chris. Scott. Rick Scott. Sorry. Rick Scott. What did he do? For 125 million? I mean, let's be honest. These guys don't give a crap. The Supply Chain Emergency Response Act would redirect 125 million of unspent, unobligated funding from the CARES Act to help facilitate. Nah. Is this what you're talking about, Patrick? Is that what it was, Patrick? I got you, Ganji. I mean, I'm gonna keep it. I'm still gonna keep it. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do the Letter It Friday show. I get that a lot of people liked it on the Over a Pipe channel. Nobody likes change. All right, I Googled Rick Scott. All right. What am I looking for? I look up Rick Scott. All right, I'm here. Let me go to the right side. I'm here. Now you tell me, Patrick, what am I looking for? Here's a review for you, Matthew. Orlick Golden Slice is really good with about 3 years of age on it. It's light. Slight amount of breadiness, maybe a little sourness to it. A little toasty. A little toasty. I'm about halfway down this bowl. It's a bit toasty. Smoke Kentucky Piper, I let it dry for like 15 minutes. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I didn't scorch it or anything. Not very floral, but it's got some good qualities to it. You let me know what to look up, Patrick, and I'll look it up. Until then, so the Mark Zuckerberg thing. I mean, what else was on here?
So our protocol is different from Twitter's.
Let's hear what their protocol is.
They said you can't share this at all. We didn't do that. What we do is we have, if something is reported to us as potentially misinformation, important misinformation, we also have this third-party fact-checking program because we don't want to be deciding what's true and false.
Right. Yeah. Hey. I'm going to create a group that's going to fact check our stuff. That's like hiring a bunch of people across the street to judge my barbecue before I let you eat it. What kind of craziness is this? Why would I let all these other people who don't even like my barbecue try my barbecue and then tell you whether you can eat it or not?
I think it was 5 or 7 days when it was basically being determined whether it was false. The distribution on Facebook was decreased, but people were still allowed to share it. So you could still share it.
Who's determining it's false? Who are these people?
You could still consume it.
So when you say the distribution is decreased,
it got shared.
How does that work?
It basically, the ranking in newsfeed was a little bit less.
Oh, shadow banned.
So fewer people saw it than would have otherwise. So it definitely...
By what percentage?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it's meaningful. But I mean,
fact checkers.
A lot of people were still able to share it. We got a lot of complaints that was the case. Obviously this is a hyper-political issue, so depending on what side of the political spectrum, you either think we didn't censor it enough or censored it way too much. But we weren't sort of as black and white about it as Twitter. We just kind of thought, hey, look, if the FBI, which I still view as a legitimate institution in this country, it's very professional law enforcement, if they come to us and tell us that we need to be on guard about something, then I want to take that seriously. Did
they specifically say you need to be on guard about that story?
No, I don't remember if it was that specifically, but...
Hold on. What did I say last week? If somebody says, I don't know, or I guess, or I think, when they're trying to answer something, they're going to try to help somebody. If you're in damage control mode, which everybody's on edge when they get to Joe Rogan now, if you're on damage control, you make sure that you don't say a damn word that makes you look partisan. Even though I think doesn't social media give the big social media companies, don't they give predominantly to the Democrat Party? I think so.
But it basically fit the pattern.
When something like that turns out to be real, is there regret for not having it evenly distributed and for throttling the distribution of that story?
What do you mean evenly distributed?
I mean, evenly in that it's not suppressed. It's
I see.
not.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because it turned out after the fact. I mean, the fact checkers looked into it. No one was able to say it was false, right? So basically, it had this period where it was getting list distribution. So yeah, I mean, but I think like, I think it sucks though. I think in the same way that probably having to go through like a criminal trial but being proven innocent in the end sucks. Like, it still sucks to have like that you had to go through a criminal trial, but at the end you're free.
Wait, this is social media. Who's on trial for posts? Why is there even a trial? Because isn't even the person on trial in the US innocent until proven guilty? So they get out on bail, they still get to associate with society. They're not locked up the whole time necessarily. A lot of them are just walking around. I don't know.
So it's I don't know if the answer would have been don't do anything or don't have any process. I think the process was pretty reasonable. You know, we still let people share it, but obviously you don't want situations like that.
But certainly much more reasonable than Twitter's stance, and it's probably also the case of armchair quarterbacking, right? Or at least Monday morning quarterbacking, I should say, because in the moment you had reason to believe, based on the FBI talking to you, that it wasn't real, and that there.
Yeah, but again, why is the FBI talking to Facebook if they're supposed to be separate entities? I got a lot of farts coming off on the improbability drive.
I said, you better not. You better not.
That's what the FBI said. That's what the FBI said to Facebook.
There was
and Twitter.
going to be some propaganda. So what do you do?
I'll try and find that link, Patrick.
And then if you just let it get out there, and what if it changes the election and it turns out to be bullshit? That's a real problem. And I would imagine that those kind of decisions.
Why is that a real problem? Why is that a real problem? I mean, are we saying that false information didn't exist about elections until social media?
Are the most difficult. The decisions of like what is allowed and what is not allowed.
Yeah. I mean, what would you do in that situation?
I don't know what I would do. I would have to like really thoroughly. Well, first of all, you're dealing with the New York Post, which is one of the oldest newspapers in the country. So I would say I would want to talk to someone from the New York Post, and I would say, how did you come up with this data? Like, where are you getting the information from? How do you know whether or not this is correct? And
why do they need to say whether or not the information is correct? It's social media where you put what you want, and people can believe it or not. I mean, why is it Facebook's responsibility to make sure that the New York Post is being correct? Because if that's the case, should no news outlets even be allowed on social media at that point? Because how many times are they redacting things? Where's the fact checkers?
And then you have to make a decision because they might have got duped. It's hard because everybody wants to look at it after the fact. Now that we know that the laptop was real and then it was a legitimate story and there is potential corruption involved with him, what we think, oh, that should not have been restricted. That should not have been banned from sharing on Twitter. Right. I think everybody agrees with that. Even Twitter agrees with that. But the thing is, then they didn't think that. In the beginning, they thought it was fake. So what do? Like, if something comes along and the Republicans cook up some scheme.
Here's what happens. If you block something that you thought was fake, if you are a social media company and the FBI influenced you to shut something down because it was deemed fake, and you turn out to be wrong, your credibility goes out the window. This is like when, Vanity Fair published about, what was it? Epstein. Like, Vanity Fair has no credibility because they covered up for Epstein. Agreed. See? Boom. Pow! That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, social media, you like, that's the problem. This is where I feel like we're getting to the point where, like, disinformation is starting to be information. And it's like, if they censor it, now is that the flag that says, hey, we better look at that. We better look over there because they're flagging it for disinformation. Is that what we're doing now? Because that seems what we're doing.
To make it look like Joe Biden's a terrible person, and they only do it so that they can win the election, but it's really just propaganda. What are you supposed to do with that? You're supposed to not allow that to be distributed. So if they think that's the case, it makes sense to me that they would try to stop it. But I just don't think that they looked at it hard enough. When the New York Post is talking about it, they're pretty smart about what they release and what they don't release. If they're going over some data from a laptop and you could talk to a person, but again, like, this is just one story, like one individual story. Like, how many of these pop up every day, especially in regards to polarizing issues like climate change or COVID or foreign policy or Ukraine. Anytime there's like a really controversial issue where some people think that it's imperative that you take a very specific stance and you can't have the other stance. Mm-hmm. Like those moments on social media, those trouble a lot of people because they don't
fire them all.
Why certain things get censored or certain things get promoted.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like to be in your spot. And one of the things that I really wanted to talk to you about is this, because like to be in your spot must be insanely difficult. To have, no matter what decision you make, you're going to have a giant chunk of people, I guess, that are upset at you. And there might be a right way to handle it, but I don't know what the fuck right way is.
Well, I think the right way
might be a right way, as in like
to establish principles for governance.
Be social
media that try to be balanced and not have
people say what they want and let people believe what they want.
Because I think that it's hard for people to accept that like some team.
All right. So I mean, here's the thing. No, like, first off, nobody's supposed to be the arbiter of truth. Okay. Nobody's supposed to tell you, whoever you are out there, that some entity needs to decide what's truth because you can't decipher what truth is. That's not the whole point of this. So I think we also found out too that Ashley Biden's did everybody know this, that Ashley Biden's diary is that's legit. The diary they got from Project Veritas, that's legit. Anybody know that? Anybody figure that out? Because the two people that sold it to Project Veritas are now being charged with selling an item across state lines. Stolen property across state lines. The only way it can be stolen, one, is somebody had to own it. And the only way they would know it's stolen if the person said it was stolen. So it's Ashley Biden's then. Because why would the FBI be... Oh, don't forget about the link. All right, let me see if I can find that link. Let me scroll back up. I don't see the link, Patrick. I looked, and I don't see the link. Patrick, I don't see the link. Oh. I got a, did the stream lose? Night Matthew, good to see you. Did my stream cut out for a second? Because apparently there was copyrighted material. I had that warning just come up. Copyrighted material. which granted, I think it's fair use because I was obviously discussing it. So they can go pound sand. Here you go again. All right, where's it? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it come up for some reason. If you can tell me what you searched, then I could probably search it. I'm guessing. I mean, I'll search it. I'm good with it. If you can tell me what you searched. That's not it. Yeah, YouTube did not like me watching any Joe Rogan on here, which is funny. I find that fascinating, to say the least. Yeah, Patrick, it's not showing up. Patrick, well, you figure that out. We're gonna enjoy some ammo head. Doing some homemade.
Hey guys and girls of YouTube, this is gonna be another unplanned video from Ammo Head. I thought about making me some nachos and cheese tonight.
Oh,
and
nachos.
I already got things going, but I thought, well, hell, I ain't made a video in a couple weeks, so I thought I'd go and make a video of it. There's nothing to it, really.
Nothing
You guys
to
have
it but to do it.
seen me make the homemade tortilla chips before? Yeah, I've been snacking on these.
There's the ASMR.
But anyway, we got our oil heating up, probably hot enough. We got our butter melted down for the cheese.
Okay. Wow, that was
And
a
I'm
lot of
frying
butter.
up some hamburger meat over here, as you can see. And also, you might be able to tell that I've had a few beer tonight.
Had a few beer.
I'm getting hungry, so I thought I'd go ahead and cook this and turn the
I love these
camcorder
videos.
on. If you guys want to watch it, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But anyway,
You got one big old lump of hamburger.
if you've seen before, I just got some corn tortillas. Get down here. There we go. I just cut them up into like little bitty small pizza slices. Throw them in there. Just like that. Just like I so.
I'm good with that. I'm good with frying some corn tortillas.
Well, this is what it's going to turn out to look like. Check it out. Like I said,
A little dark.
snacking on them.
Been almost trying to burn it.
Really wasn't planning on making a video, but I thought, hell with it, you know. Like I said, some of you guys might want to watch this. Who knows?
Oh, okay, gotcha. I saw that.
It won't take too long for these guys to get browned up.
Search Republicans
Look at
demand to know. Got it.
Flip them over real quick. By no means is this gonna be my best video, but I guarantee it's gonna be good. How many views you guys think? 3, 4, maybe even 5. Who knows? But anyway, if you guys want to keep watching, you can keep watching.
He is drunk.
I'm busting up this
He is drunk.
hamburger meat over here. Besides just nachos and cheese, I thought I'd add some hamburger meat to it. I don't have any taco seasoning, so I'm going to add.
Okay.
Buddy of mine a while back sent me some. I forget what it's called now. Some kind of hot sauce. I'll show it to you. You know who you are, Gary. And I'm gonna put some of that in this hamburger meat over here, which you guys cannot see nothing I just did. Over here.
Got
Pay
it.
attention. I'm just
Yes,
busting
sir.
up this hamburger meat here and getting it browned up. Now, these, I don't want to burn them. Don't burn them.
Don't burn them.
Oh, those are looking good. Getting crispy. Let's go ahead and take those out of the cast iron pan.
He loves him some cast
Like I
iron.
said, if you follow my channel, you see me cook these homemade tortilla chips before, but if not, it's that easy. Now, once they're out of the pan, let's come over here. I'll show you what I do to them. There they are. Get you some garlic salt.
Oh, okay.
I use garlic powder a lot, but on these, I like using garlic salt
Garlic salt. Sounds good.
because it gives it a little salty flavor plus the garlic taste to it. So,
Sure.
tell you what, guys, I want to pause the video and cook some more of those, and we'll be back.
Let's. Okay.
All right. I've got all my little tortilla chips finished there, and over here I've got
He
my
cooked 'em.
hamburger meat that I've drained the fat off of it. Right there. We're sticking on this eye here. It's still a little warm. I've already added a little salt to it, so we're going to add a little this. It's sriracha
Hey, dang
hot
it.
chili sauce.
We are watching a guy do
There's
some
it. I don't have
cooking.
any taco seasoning, so I'm just going to
Mountain
add just
O
a little
chips.
bit of that.
Oh, did he just stick sriracha? Oh, no. Oh, that's
Eat a whole
not.
lot.
That is not taco meat.
Want to add some garlic powder to it.
Oh gosh.
There we go. And if I could find, there it is. Add some pepper to it.
Why not? I'm sure that goes great with sriracha.
Now, let's get that. All those guys that know each other in there.
I mean, right? Stuff and puff. I mean,
Just a few minutes. Oh man, that smells good. I got an escapee over there, but
an
anyway,
escapee.
this hamburger meat smells awesome.
One decided he shall not
So let's
stay.
get our got some butter melted up. Turn the heat back on the front a little bit.
That's so
Bring you
much
guys
butter.
over here.
That's so much butter.
There's the butter. What we're going to do now, well, I'm going to let that butter come up to heat, and we'll be right back.
Come up to heat.
All right, we've got our butter heated back up a little bit. What I'm going to do now is throw a little flour in there.
I thought he was making cheese.
Not a whole lot, just something just to kind of thicken it up a little bit. Yeah, that's probably enough. Let's
Why
find
not?
something to stir it up with. Let's use the hamburger spatula. That'll work. Now we're going to stir this up till it gets good and thick.
Okay. Okay. So he's making a roux?
Just like that. It's starting to get thick a little bit. Let me grab the milk, guys. Hang on 1 second. Ooh, almost out of milk.
You better go get you some milk, sir.
We're going to wait on the milk just for another minute or two. Let this flour cook down.
Does flour cook down?
That flour cooks down. We'll be back.
Okay.
All right, maybe you
Bubbly,
guys can
bubbly.
see
Maybe he
butter
is stuffing
and that,
puff. I don't
flour
know.
bubbling up pretty good. So it pretty much means it's ready to do what you want to with it. So I'm going to add a little bit of milk. Just add a little, just a little at a time. Then get that going. Turn the heat up just a little bit.
I'm
Give it a good mixing around.
not quite there yet with him.
By the way, tonight's broadcast is brought by Keystone Light.
Keith Stone. Okay. He's got to be out of cheese.
Just kidding. Wish it was. It'd be cool to be a sponsor, wouldn't it?
I wish they would.
So I'm gonna let that do its thing for a few minutes. Since you guys watching that, hang on.
I have cream of chicken and a packet of
All right,
cheese.
guys.
For
You can
oh,
see
wow. Okay.
they mingled up pretty good. That butter, flour, and milk getting kind of thick. So what we're gonna do now, just throw some cheese slices in there.
No! No! No!
You guys are still watching this video. I appreciate it, but you must be bored to death.
I mean, that might be better than Kraft, like Dingus
This is
is
a very,
doing
very
over there.
unplanned video.
I feel like I need to try this.
Onions or peppers or anything to go on this nachos and cheese. I'll tell you what.
Dingus, he just...
Let's add some beer to it. There we go. See what that tastes like.
Now it's beer cheese! Asian beer
Yeah.
cheese nachos.
That's going to be good.
Wow.
That's more cheese to it.
Stuff and puff me neither.
That would be enough.
Couple more. Patrick, I don't know.
5 maybe? Maybe 5 or 6.
Patrick, you are not wrong.
I don't know.
He went hillbilly for sure, Dingus.
But we'll let that cook down. And we'll see how it looks.
I feel like somebody in the YTPC needs to try this.
I know you guys don't want to see this. So, we'll be back in a minute. Alright guys. I've already got the hamburger meat on top of the homemade nacho chips.
Go for it, pal.
The homemade cheese is looking good.
I mean, it looks like
Dump some of
cheese.
this over that.
Phil should do it. I agree.
Ooh, look at that, guys.
He should be dipping pretzels in it. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's a little runny.
That cheese is piping hot.
Is it cheese?
Alright. Like I said, this is an unplanned video. I wish I had some sour cream and just a bunch of other stuff to go on this, but I don't. But I do have a homegrown tomato
Nice.
donated to me by the government slave, a buddy of mine. Look at that.
Do you know who I am?
And
kind of a
you.
big
that looks
deal.
good.
You are a
People
big
know
deal.
me.
Making a mess.
apartment
Tomato juice going everywhere.
Smells of rich mahogany.
Check
Ron,
it
you're
out,
not
guys.
wrong.
That's pretty good, don't
It
it?
looks good. I'm impressed.
I was going to make this anyway. And I thought I'd turn on the camera since I've not made a video in a while.
Yeah, don't leave any of that
Of course, I need
Keystone.
to take a
cheese.
taste test, I suppose. Ooh, that's a good piece. Look at that. Here we go. That's good. That's really good. Well, for everybody that stuck around to watch this, unplanned video, I sure do appreciate it. And see you guys next time. Bye.
Golly. All right, let me see what my daughter's. Oh. My daughter was calling me. I don't know what happened to the jalapenos or whatever else. I mean, he's got more videos, and I am looking forward to seeing more of his videos. I am absolutely very excited to look at more of his videos. All right, you wanted me to look up. All right. Search. All right, I'm going to copy that. All right, let's see what Patrick's got me looking at. All right, Republicans demand to know what happened to vanishing GOP millions. God dang. Wow. All right. I got the search, Patrick. I got it.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Possibly. Let's see. National Republican Senator Committee funds declined to just $28.4 million by the end of the June. A number of Republican strategists and consultants are growing increasingly dismayed about millions of dollars vanishing at the National Republican Senatorial Committee just when the funds are needed most, the Washington Post reported Friday. Let me read that. I bet they're gonna. Yeah, I figured so. Okay. Cash at the National Campaign Fund is dwindling as candidates head into the final stretch. If they were a corporation, the CEO would be fired. Let's be honest, if all of government were a business, they'd all be fired and audited. Of course, Senator Rick Scott, who chairs the NRSC, has been attacked by Republicans for featuring himself in ads and releasing a policy agenda that caused trouble for the GOP, leading for, Committee spent over $12 million on American Express credit card payments and unclear purpose along with $13 million. It's surprising. It says a lot about the Republican brand that their candidates have struggled to raise money. I don't know. I feel like it's scarier that they didn't. Ron, good to see you. No, was that a segue? No, well, Patrick, we were talking about this earlier. Patrick was trying to send a link, and I wasn't able to figure it out. I don't know. I don't know many of these. Maybe there's something on the news. Really? Dr. Oz? Jumping the gun, huh? Well, this is all over the board. There. I mean, I would say unexplained mysteries. I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty big oops if he screwed that up. That's just dumb. Why would he screw that up? That is so dumb. I feel like you really hosed something just then if like you hosed something bad. Yeah. If that's the case. You really did. You screwed something up real bad if like you just lost a boatload of money for the GOP. Oh, so convenient. I mean, it's kind of like Joe Biden was on vacation the whole time and they couldn't ask him about the Mar-a-Lago thing because he'd been on vacation the whole time. It's all a mess. It's all a hot mess. Ron Heartcrackers was on vacation in Italy. Ron, how was Italy? Not Ron Heartcrackers. No, not Ron. No. Not Ron Heartcrackers. What a freaking disaster. So stupid. They all need to get their, I don't know how they're all just not fired. Everybody top down. The whole system needs to be cleaned out. Cleaned out and hard. That's my opinion. I mean, all sides. All sides. Clean them all out. Like they're doing a cleansing. Do a cleansing for the whole freaking thing. Be done. Do a cleansing for the whole freaking thing. But yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow's show. I'm going to ask Derek's opinion as well. We might wait a couple weeks. We might go ahead and toss the Larry Rip Friday show on the regular Overpipe channel, so just stay tuned. Look for the notification if you see it. And we'll go from there, because I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little, I'm back and forth on it. Clean it all and start cutting the fat. The pizza was good. Did you get you a Costello pipe while you were over there, Ron? That's right, Stuff and Puff. Clean it out. Full cleanse. That's what it needs. I don't know, Patrick. I think term limits, you just get less experienced people, and I don't think it changes. I think you still get the same donors and the same problems. I don't know, though. I don't know exactly what the solution is. But I am happy to talk about said issues and possible solutions anytime y'all want to. Again, we're doing this Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and then the Let It Rip Friday show on Fridays. Fort Smith, Arkansas, Italy. Arkansas. Is that a sin? Is that a sin to say Arkansas, Ron? There is an Arkansas right below Kansas, isn't there? I don't remember. My geography's not so good. Haven't been out that way in a long time. But we'll see y'all tomorrow.